Welcome to my next Big Bang Theory Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am, you're rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory, Season 11, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called The Bitcoin Entanglement. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. A lot of flashbacks in this episode. We start with the guys entering the comic book store as Raj is wondering why they're making 4 new Avatar movies. Me too. We didn't even need the sequel, in my opinion. Stewart announces a special where if someone buys something, they will still have a comic book store to visit. Sheldon starts a conversation on bitcoins that are now worth $5,000 a piece. 7 years ago, the guys minus Stewart, or minus Sheldon, mined some bitcoins using Howard's old laptop. Stewart insists that he remembered mining them with him so that he can be in the windfall. We have our first flashback. Entering the old comic book store 7 years ago, the guys are talking about the new Avatar movie and that Leonard and Penny had just started dating again. Howard is talking to his mother while Sheldon wonders why Leonard was there and not having coitus with Penny. Leonard is worried if Penny is going to stay with him or break up again. Stewart approaches and Sheldon asks him if he accepts the new virtual coinage bitcoins. He describes how one has to solve complex mathematical problems to earn the coinage. The guys are totally into spending a whole night trying to accumulate the bitcoins. Stewart doesn't join it because it's too rich for his blood, and Sheldon doesn't because he's worried about the tax implications, I should say. And then back to present time, Sheldon has been telling the story. Raj finishes that Sheldon warned them that someday they would regret it, though the guys didn't because they thought they were rich. In Hallie's room, Howard gets the old laptop from 2010. Raj wants to buy a tiger, while Howard might not tell his wife, Bernadette. Unfortunately for Howard, Bernadette can hear him over the baby monitor, to which he responds he may put it in Hallie's college fund. Howard doesn't find the bitcoins, but there is a lot of Asian porn on it. There's a private folder on the laptop, though. Bernadette checked that part, and none of it's in there. We go to our second flashback. Leonard, Howard, and Raj are doing manly things by mining on the internet in Howard's old bedroom. His mom wants to make sure that they aren't roughhousing. Scientists don't roughhouse! Excuse me, Mr. Grown-Up, claims Mrs. Wallowitz. Then the laptop crashes due to all the Asian porn music. Leonard offers to finish using his laptop, but they don't get it started until after they have the cookies that Mrs. Wallowitz had baked. So I don't know if they had somebody pretend to be Mrs. Wallowitz or they just used old voice clips of Mrs. Wallowitz, because obviously the actress died years ago. I don't remember what season it was, maybe season 8 or season 7, I can't remember. So I'm kind of wondering who was actually Mrs. Wallowitz. I should look. It wouldn't be that hard to find out. Back in Hallie's room, they realize that they have to check Leonard's old laptop. Bernadette yells at them, asking where they're going, sounding like her late mother-in-law. Off to find Leonard's old computer. She sends them on their way so they can get the money, because Bernadette wants that money. Penny, Sheldon, and Amy are in Leonard and Penny's place discussing wedding plans. The wedding is on a cliff overlooking the sea. Is off due to Sheldon's objections to the beach, cliff, and outdoors. The important thing about a wedding is to do it in front of your friends and family and never move back into her apartment, according to Penny. The guys storm in looking for Leonard's old computer. Sheldon then relates what happened to it, and then we have another flashback. Penny and Bernadette are working at the Cheesecake Factory, and Bernadette will not wait on Penny's table where there sits an annoying person. This is pre-Shamey, Sheldon and Amy, on a date. She has Penny take their picture and then tells her her date to leave. She now can prove to her mother that she was on a date. She also asks for Penny's name in case she needs a witness. And Penny says, Bernadette. Checking on the guys, Raj is still not able to talk to women. Penny lost an audition because she didn't get the email since her computer is broken. Leonard gives her his computer since he's getting a new one. And then back in for a Penny in Leonard's place. Penny remembers what Leonard did and thinks that it is so sweet. Unfortunately, she gave it to Zach, of all people. Leonard doesn't think that is thoughtful to give away his gift. However, she and Penny were broken up at the time, and Penny calls Zach to get it as the group goes through a history of their couple breakups. They even named Leonard and Penny's. Flashback again. Penny and Bernadette are at the Cheesecake Factory discussing her breakup with Howard. He had been doing all this weird stuff online. Penny was broken up with Leonard and runs off with Zach at the Hofstadters leave apartment as the Hofstadters leave, Leonard and Penny. Penny can't believe that Leonard is mad about giving away his laptop. He claims not to be mad, but Penny can see it in his eyebrows. Leonard then explains that Penny giving away his laptop and going out with Zach were clear-cut signs that he cared more about their relationship than she did, which she, of course, denies. At Zach's apartment, Zach is glad to see them and that they should do this more often. Pick up laptops? Totally! Zach kept the laptop as he understands the value and appreciation of a gift from someone else. Leonard is satisfied that he knows this, surprisingly. Leonard is still upset that she went back to Zach so quickly. Zach insists that she kept talking about Leonard and was hooked on him because they were so much alike. They were both people. Zach then adds that he knows how much she was hooked on him because of the video that she left on his laptop. Oh boy. Another flashback. Drunk Penny is on Leonard's laptop in her old place, which is now Sheldon and Amy's place. Penny wants to leave Leonard a message to give to him as an explanation on their breakup. Sheldon knocks on the door and Penny says to go away since she is making a video. And Sheldon wants to know why she went out with him in the first place. And then Penny replies, because he's great, and if she kept going out, they would have eventually got married. That was scary, and she wasn't ready for that. Also, she would have to learn how to spell Hofstadter. She asks Sheldon what to do. He replies she should pass out face down so she won't choke on her vomit. Penny then does just that. She lies there for 2 more hours and then falls off the chair. And then back at Zach's apartment, Leonard is touched that she loved him so much. Penny adds that she did marry him, with Leonard and she did it out of love and not out of pity like everyone else said at their wedding toast. Zach and Leonard proceed to watch Penny fall off the chair in the video several more times. And then the couple return to their apartment with the computer. Raj is not planning on paying his father back for all the money that he gave him over the years. On the computer, Howard can't find their coinage. Penny is sure that Zach didn't steal it since he's not smart enough to do so. Sheldon asks them where it might be. Amy tells him to confess. Sheldon downloaded it and shifted it to Leonard's Batman flash drive. He wanted to see him sweat and waited 7 years to see it, but assures him that he has had the Bitcoin all along. However, Leonard tells Sheldon that he lost that keychain years ago. A now embarrassed Sheldon considers that unfortunate, but feels everyone has learned a lesson today. Amy asks him what the lesson is, and Sheldon shakes his head as he understandably can no longer remember. Then we go back to our last flashback. In the old comic book store 4 years ago, Stuart is cleaning up and finds a Batman flash drive, presumably Leonard's. He plans to erase it and sell it, and that's what ends this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So, a funny episode, maybe too many flashbacks, but I liked it. I'm going to score it an 8.5 out of 10. The character of the episode, I mean, you could pick between 3 different characters, possibly 5. I'm going to give it to Penny for this one because of the whole drunken message that she left on the laptop. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because Penny is the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. I'm going to give her a 7.8 out of 10. in this particular episode. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of the Big Bang Theory. What would you rate it? And who would be your character of the episode? If you want to rate Penny like I do, you can definitely do that in the comment section as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.